In recent years, the popularity of social media has skyrocketed. In the United States alone, there are over 20 million users on Facebook and approximately 80 million users worldwide. All the advances in technology are making it easier for people to afford and carry computers and internet devices, which link themselves to social media. Because of this, it is rapidly changing the way people communicate and has garnered a great impact on public policies of American corporations. While this technology presents wonderful opportunities for people and employees, it also has potential of many legal hazards. Because social media allows the personal details of our lives to be posted so easily, social networking sites encourage people to be more public about their personal lives. What one doesn't understand is that the things we post online remain available forever. Some people may post a photo of friends partying and it may seem harmless. However, that image does do harm, in that the employer doing a background check can view it. Recently, it is this common practice which has rooted much debate on how business is conducted when dealing with social media. In this day and age, both employers and employees use social media out of necessity. Employers in particular use social media as a way of recruiting and marketing. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, some of the benefits that employees seek from social networking sites include the facilitating of business operations, orientations, learning, internal brand building, and collaboration among employees that promotes a faster development of new products and services. However, the use of social media online has blurred the separation between the work of employees and their personal lives due to employees visiting social network sites while at work. A great number of employers monitor their employees' use of online communications and activities in the workplace. Most monitoring is accomplished not manually, but electronically via software programs that track time, content, size, attachments, and recipients. Taking effect on January 1st, 2013, Assembly Bill 1844 adds a new section to California Labor Code. The bill, sponsored by Assemblywoman Nora Campos of San Jose, prohibits employers from all of the following: requiring or requesting that an applicant or employee disclose a username or password to personal social media in the presence of the employer so the employer can view it, or to divulge personal social media. The law provides just two exceptions to these prohibitions. The first is that an employer may request, but not require, an existing employee to divulge personal social media if the employer reasonably believes the disclosure would be relevant in an investigation of suspected misconduct by the employee, but only if the social media is used solely for purposes of that investigation or a related proceeding. The second exception is that an employee may be required to disclose a username, password, or other security setting needed to access an electronic device, such as laptop computers, iPads, or cell phones provided by the employee by the employer. The law broadly defines social media as any electronic service or account on or offline. This specifically includes, but is not limited to, videos, photos, blogs, video blogs, podcasts, text messages, email, online service, or internet websites, profiles, or locations. In other words, the law governs effectively all digital content and activity, both on the internet and on stored local storage devices, not just social media. Furthermore, Assembly Bill 1844 makes it unlawful for an employer to discharge, discipline, threaten to discharge or discipline, retaliate against an applicant or employee for not complying with a request or demand that violates this law. However, the law does not prohibit an employer from taking an adverse employment action against an applicant or employee based on information it was lawfully permitted to obtain. This action would allow an employer to conduct a search of publicly available information on websites such as Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn to obtain information about an applicant or employee. Ultimately, Assembly Bill 1844 is a common sense measure needed to clarify questionable business practices. Employers and employees should be aware of privacy, confidentiality, and privilege responsibilities to avoid any legal issues that may arise from the use of social media in the workplace. The legality and privacy of employer communication monitoring is not only legal, but it is also practical. Having clear policies in place regarding appropriate use of social media during the workday and ensuring employees have notice of these policies is the best practice. To take a step further, employers should audit their existing recruiting and investigation practices to ensure compliance within the requirements of this law.